All right, we are back on this Food City Friday talking about nutrition in the new year. That seems to be the theme. Of course, everybody kind of talking about their resolutions and maybe trying to incorporate some healthier items. Registered dietitian Chastity O'Quinn joining us. We're like asking you all kinds of different questions, aren't we? It's the season, yes. You know, I think we are trying to make those better choices. And I love that you're saying start small, because I think otherwise we tend to get frustrated very quickly. Yeah, like I said before, we have this all or nothing attitude a lot of times. So you want to pull that back and do small changes, whether it's, you know, you don't want to go with, I'm going to drink a gallon of water every day. If you're drinking 3 cups, then maybe you're going to drink 5. So you just kind of start small with those goals, and then you build on it, and then, you know, who knows, you may be drinking a gallon of water before it's over if that's what your body needs. But not setting that goal from the beginning. Or cutting back sugar. If you're a sweet tea drinker, maybe you do half and half tea instead of, well, I'm just not going to drink the sweet tea anymore, and then you end up going right back to that habit, right? Yep. And I see that we've got our water here. I like that you mentioned that, because that 8 cups, the 8 fluid ounces is kind of daunting. So to be able to know that we're just going to sit down, you said, especially like at a meal, just add an extra glass. If you usually have 1 glass of water at lunch, maybe you have 2 glasses of water. Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to add some extra nutrition into your water, add some chia seeds in that. Let it sit for a couple of hours, and then that's giving you some fiber, some omega-3s. So, yep, and it helps kind of curb your appetite as well, because those chia seeds are going to absorb in the water, and then it's going to help you feel a little bit fuller, just having that in there. And of course, that brings us to our next topic, which is fiber. You say that's really one of the most underrated. We've got to be getting enough fiber. It kind of spills over into so many different aspects of our health. Yeah, absolutely. And that you hear so much about protein, and fiber is coming up. You know, people are starting to talk about it more and more, but just throwing in an avocado with breakfast, or picking up some shortcuts of your fruit, and just having that available where you can snack on, you know, your carrots and hummus with it to kind of balance, because you want to balance your snacks too. So if you're starting a goal to eat healthier, just start with, like I said, a breakfast, a snack, a dinner. You don't have to overhaul your entire day. Okay. And when you talk about those pairings, give me some of those examples when you're, because a lot of us are snackers through the day, so you want to make your snacks count for your better health. So when you're talking about pairings, I know hummus is one of those that's really popular, hummus and vegetables. Are there some other pairings that we should be aware of? Yeah, I mean, you could, so pairing like cottage cheese and fruit is a popular one. Vegetables and a protein, fruit and a protein, that's where you want. And if you want to get a little bit fancier, throwing in some nuts for a healthy fat. Anything you can throw on, like the salads. I've got these roasted chickpeas here. You want that crunch. A couple of dietitian's pick that we have at Food City to throw on your salads for some crunch. And like I said, make it simple. Just go by and pick up some of this stuff. Put the shortcuts in your refrigerator where you can see them, you know, because a lot of times we put our healthier foods in drawers and then it's spoiling and we don't have it at eye level. So switching that up, even I know people who don't put their condiments in the drawers. They put their fruits and vegetables, and then they put the condiments in the drawers, because you know you're not going to forget about that barbecue sauce or the ketchup. You're going to go for it. Oh my goodness. That's where all my stuff is, in those drawers. I thought we were supposed to keep our fruits and vegetables in those drawers. Essentially, yes. But if you're going to the grocery store every couple of days and you're buying things, it's okay to kind of store it in the places that you can see it, so you will eat it and it doesn't spoil. Because if you're putting it in the drawer to like last longer, but you're still not eating it, what does it matter? So good. I'm going to have to do a total overhaul of my refrigerator, because you're right, keeping those out. And I do love, if you're trying to get more fruits and vegetables, take advantage of the shortcuts, because they're already seasoned, they're already washed and diced, and you can literally throw them in the oven. Yep.
pair that with some ground turkey versus maybe your beef or your ground beef. That's a healthy swap too. So you could do a simple swap like that. Maybe a couple of times a week you're making turkey chili or turkey tacos. That's, I mean, one simple way to kind of mix it up.
Okay, and you mentioned your Pick Well program, the Dietitian Pick. A lot of people, if they are starting to eat healthier, are looking for help from their grocery store to make those better choices. You guys have done all that work. Kind of explain to our viewers how that works and how they can find that in the grocery store. Yeah,
we're rolling out some new tags as well. So we've got good source of protein now, good source of fiber actually, and Dietitian's Pick. So you could, it's right under the price tags of all of our items. It's like having a dietitian with you in the store, right? It's going to be options that are lower in saturated fat. It's going to just be a better rounded option for you.
And I love that you've already categorized it. I see heart healthy on some of those things, and you know it's coming from the dietitian, not the manufacturer. So you've already kind of done that work for us.
Yes, we have.
All right. And then last but not least, you've talked fiber, you've talked protein. Obviously with the flu and things like we're seeing for immunity, what are some of the foods that we can kind of make sure that we're getting enough of to try to protect ourselves in the natural way instead of reaching for all those supplements?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, it's going back to the general messaging of we want to get the fruits and veggies in there, a variety of colors, because you're going to get your beta carotene, your vitamin A from that. Just kind of putting in the colors and making sure that we're eating that daily. Okay, instead, I know we do reach for emergency or things like that to kind of boost that, but we need to try to get that throughout. Just keep it a consistent flow. Like I said, whether you pick one meal or two, add a fruit, add a vegetable, keep those in there.
All right, great information as we start out 2026. Chastity, thanks so much for joining us. For more on the different programs, you can go to foodcity.com. They also have the information on their Pick Well program that you can find at your local Food City. We're back with more of Daytime.